Happy Friday, everybody. It's chamber check-in time. And today I'm so excited to check in with community engagement manager of the United Way of Treasure Valley, Brittany Rosenthal. Hi, Brittany.
Hi, Paul. So good to be here.
It's Friday. What a great time to learn more about United Way of Treasure Valley. But first, I get to thank our series sponsor for these check-ins, Delta Dental of Idaho. You know, Delta Dental of Idaho, they're the experts in dental insurance. They've got benefits that have been designed and backed by the largest network of dentists in the country. So thank you, Delta Dental. And now I'm going to show you guys a short little video. Here we go.
One of the benefits to employees in having a good dental plan is that 78% of people are more likely to go in for their preventive and restorative type services. Annual dental checkups is part of prevention. People that have dental benefits are 40% more likely to schedule their routine cleaning. Preventive is so important. It keeps your mouth healthy and it keeps your overall body healthy too.
So true. As I do these and get to work with Delta Dental, it reminds me every time to brush my teeth. So they're looking pretty good.
Pearly white. And I'm sure fresh.
That's right.
I just can't tell in this setting.
So Brittany, tell me about how you got started with United Way. Before we dive into the origin story, I want to hear about you. What got you involved with this great organization?
Yeah, my story is so kind of like wacky and all over the place. So my background is in communications. I went to Boise State, and I worked in radio for a while, and I loved it. But I just was not making enough money. I had become a newly divorced and single mom and just felt like, man, I need to be doing more here to support my family. And so I job hopped for a while, just kind of looking for the right fit. I worked in a lot of different industries. That's how I met you when I was in marketing, and got a phone call from a wonderful dear friend back at the radio station who said, hey, there's this opportunity with United Way, and I think you might be the perfect fit. And he was absolutely right. So thanks, Dan McCauley. I love this organization. One of the things I say all the time is United Way is all about families, and United Way is all about my family. And I've never had to miss something for my daughter. I've never had to not be home with her on a sick day. United Way is an incredible organization, not just for the people who work here, but for the entire community.
That's awesome. Thanks for sharing that. It's so important to learn about the people behind the brands. And that's exactly what these conversations are all about as well. So thanks for sharing your story, Brittany.
Yeah.
So, hey, tell me and share with the audience a little bit about the origin of United Way.
Yeah, it's really silly. And it sounds like the beginning of a terrible, terrible joke. In 1887, a Denver woman, a priest, two ministers, and a rabbi got together, and they didn't exactly walk into a bar, but they did recognize that there was a need in the Denver area at the time to come together as a community to take on social issues. And that has just caught fire since that time. I mean, 1887, we're well over 100 years now into the United Way brand. And now worldwide, there, I believe, are 1,800 United Ways. Idaho has 7. And then the United Way that serves our area, we have about, it's like a 10.5/11 county footprint, is the United Way of Treasure Valley.
Okay. So since 1887, United Way has been making a difference in the communities.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Long time.
What are some of the specific impacts that United Way makes? Maybe just keep it local here for the Treasure Valley.
Yeah. So United Way works in the areas of health, education, and financial stability. We are a nonpartisan organization. And we actually, this is the perfect timing that you're asking this question, because we just took inventory of a lot of the impact that we have made, and I have literal specific numbers that I can share with you. Awesome. So in the space of education, We had 6,098 children enter kindergarten prepared to learn. And as you know, early childhood education, preschool education is not funded in the state of Idaho. We're one of the only states in the country that does not have that type of education support. So we think that it is imperative for the success of a human to start early. So we believe in early childhood education. So we put a lot of focus into that area. 5,493 children have received daycare, tutoring, mentoring, and other enrichment opportunities. We were able to package 4,000 care packages for homeless children and teens with shelf-stable food, hygiene supplies, and other items like shoes, clothing, clean underwear, socks for the winter months. We do that every holiday season. And then we have a homeless student basic needs pantry that we keep stocked with hygiene supplies and snacks. And we had 60 schools access that pantry. It's a no questions asked policy. Counselors, homeless student liaisons can come in and just take what they need. In the areas of financial stability, we had 495 local low-income adults receive job training that led to livable wage jobs. Awesome. 683 local people received free tax prep services. And so of those people, 156 low-income families benefited from receiving the earned income tax credit. So that resulted in $295,000 of support back to hardworking parents. In the area of health, 11,340 children and adults received support leading to healthy habits through nutrition and exercise. 12,067 people got low-cost prescription medication, which resulted in a savings of $727,000, $727,988. As far as emergency support, because obviously we're coming out of pandemic, and we were tapped very hard to provide support to the community. $100,000 worth of food was distributed throughout the Treasure Valley to support families who were experiencing pandemic-related food instability. We were able to give 23 emergency grants to help bolster food distribution and keep people housed and create online connections so that kids could still continue with their schooling. And I could go on and on and on. I mean, really, I could. And I'm so proud to work for such an amazing organization that really puts our money where our mouths are to really make a difference. Yeah, I could go on. That was the high level.
That's awesome. And yeah. I would love for you to share with the audience some of the events that would be recognized that you guys put on that people would notice, but may not affiliate it with United Way.
Yeah, so I think one that we were able to talk offline just a little bit about is our famous Flapjack Feed. And that is kind of my baby. Every year, every August rolls around and we do a big community breakfast on the Basque Block. The food is phenomenal. And, you know, while I'm certainly the person steering the ship, I mean, it just takes hundreds of people, not only in our office, but community-wide to make that happen. And we really just talk about it like it's a big community hug. It's a way to let our community know that, you know, fundraising season is upon us. We need everyone to pitch in and do what they can. And this is how we're going to create that community togetherness, that feeling of community. Before we start asking you for money, a little give before the take. So that's one of our events that we do that I think people really love. Another one that's become really big over just the past couple of years is our Holiday Helper event. In Idaho, we experience pretty severe weather in the wintertime. We know that kids are going without, not only when it comes to food, but proper footwear, clean clothes, sleeping bags, blankets, warm socks. So we are able to get the community to really rally behind these kids. Believe it or not, we have a very large homeless student population, and it just looks different here than it looks in bigger cities. It's not sitting out on the sidewalk in front of you. It's just different here, but there are about 4,000 homeless students here in the Valley. So that event really is in an effort to support those kids during the difficult winter months. And we do try to provide them with things that they can take home to family members or a family member, whether it's, full-size bottles of shampoo or, multiple bars of soap, or maybe it's a bag of flour and sugar in a box of granola bars. It's things that are shelf stable that can go to help their entire family through a period of time. So that has become a large scale event. The last one we did, I mentioned, it was 4,000 care packages. I think the first one that we did, we built 500, and that was just a few years ago. So it's really, really grown, and people love it. They love to bring their kids. It's such a great way to get your kids to understand what philanthropy is. Philanthropy is just giving something that you have to somebody else, whether it's your time, your treasure, your talent. And instilling that in kids at a young age is so valuable in making a long-term impact where we live. I
love that. And we were talking offline a little bit about that Flapjack Feed, and there's always that hygiene kit that, there's people, you have an opportunity to go and help stuff those bags. And my kids and I love doing that every year as well. So,
yeah. One thing I want to add to that is a lot of people don't understand that people who use food stamps, you cannot buy hygiene items with food stamps or an EBT card. You can't buy shampoo or soap or toothbrushes. So those types of things, it isn't just hygiene, it's dignity. And we think everyone's entitled to that. So that's why we do those types of things.
Awesome. Hey, we got Sandy here asking, how do we volunteer? What are some of the things that, and that kind of is a good segue into talking a little bit more about how can the community support United Way, especially the United Way of Treasure Valley, Brittany?
Yeah, well, first of all, hi, Sandy. That's a wonderful question. I'm happy to answer. UnitedWayTV.org is our website, and we have right now, especially, a ton of different ways you can volunteer. We are right at the beginning of what we call Days of Caring, because we're not doing the Flapjack Feed this year due to COVID and just wanting to be extra safe. We have decided to switch gears a little bit, and so we're doing Days of Caring instead. But it's multiple days, actually it's multiple weeks now. It expanded, and multiple ways that you can give back, whether it's something that you want to do at home on your own time, or you can join your community and do projects with us. But if you just go to UnitedWayTV.org and then click on the Days of Caring banner, that'll take you to the volunteer page, and then the form that you can fill out. And every opportunity is listed on the form. You can click as many as you want. We have people who are signing up for 5 and 6 and 7 opportunities, which is amazing. I mean, what a great problem to have, too many volunteers. Right. So that's how.
That's awesome. Okay, we've shared a little about the origin of the story of United Way. We talked about some of the huge impacts that your organization makes on this community and the world. And then, hey, what is one piece of education, and we didn't talk this, so this is a little curveball for you.
Uh-oh.
What is one piece of education that you would like people to know that's really important that United Way does above the things that we've just talked about?
Yeah, so, I think when people donate money to charity or to a worthy cause, I think the thing that they always want to know, or that's lingering in the back of their heads as they're making this donation, is, can I trust this? Can I trust that this dollar that I just worked so hard for is going to go to the thing that I want it to go to? And the thing that really, truly makes me so proud about United Way is the answer is unequivocally yes. Yes, this is the best investment you could possibly make in our community. We have an extremely low overhead. Almost every penny of every dollar that you invest in United Way is going to get put towards either, we ask that people donate to the community fund, because then we can delegate those dollars to where they're most needed, whether it's health, education, financial stability. As you know, coming out of a pandemic, there's a lot of work to do. We are working on respond, recover, reimagine, rebuild. We are really putting our focuses on housing, food insecurity, and education acceleration. So when you give to the United Way, you're giving to the areas that are in the most critical need. And so that's the thing that I think I really wish everybody knew, that we are a highly trusted organization. All of our financials are online. You can look them up. They're on our website. But it is such an incredible way to make a lasting impact, a lasting legacy in your own community.
Thank you, Brittany, for sharing that. We talked about the days of caring. And then, hey, I just want to thank you for all your work that you're doing personally, and that your entire team is doing to invest back in this community, whether it's education, financial stability, or just overall health of people. Yeah. So we're our chamber here is a proud supporter of United Way as well. Thank you for the reciprocation and being investing in us for the work that we do as well, Brittany. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Paul. We're so glad to be partners with you. And if anyone has questions or wants to know more about different ways that they can be involved, I'm more than happy to answer those questions. They're welcome to reach out to me at any time.
Awesome. I'll look forward to our next conversation, Brittany. Have a great weekend.
Thank you, Paul. So good to see you.
Right back at you. Bye.
Bye.